Am I overreacting? I don't know. Are you overreacting? Who knows? But that's what we're talking about today in r/am I overreacting? I mean, this one's self-explanatory, guys. Let's get into it and see what people are going through and see if they are overreacting or underreacting or perfectly reacting. I feel like that's an under-talked about situation. All right. Oh my goodness. What? Am I overreacting? I broke up with my boyfriend after he called me a Terry. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the full word on YouTube, so we'll just say it at that. Did you seriously storm out and call me a Terry? I wasn't going to sit there. And then the guy says, I wasn't going to sit there listening to everyone chanting, oh, ah, up the rah. Do you realize I'm British? What does British have to do with this? She says, get a hold of yourself for F's sake. He goes, it's disrespectful. And then she goes, well, I don't know what to say to you. I don't think we should see each other anymore, especially with what you just called me. Oh, and for context, I'm 18, female and Irish, and my boyfriend, who's 21, is English. He was over in Ireland with me when we went out last night with my... Wait, hold up. Wait, my best friend? I'm guessing this is your best friend, not boyfriend then. So I'm 18, Irish. Jeez, Sora, you really want the story that bad. Sorry, Sora really wanted to play catch. I'm 18, Irish, and my best friend is English. He was over in Ireland with me, and we went out last night with my boyfriend and some friends to a pub. The atmosphere was great. Music was playing, and someone put on Celtic Symphony, a song I've heard my whole life growing up as Irish. When it got to the oh, ah, up the rah, everyone started chanting. A minute later, my boyfriend leaned in, whispered, you sound like you are and sound like a Terry, just as much as the rest of the people here. Then I got up and walked out. Nothing else. I messaged him as he was picking up my call and ended up breaking up with him. Am I overreacting, or was that completely out of line? No. I mean, if someone's going to disrespect you, I mean, if he was joking, that's one thing, but if he was being dead ass serious and called you a Terry, that's kind of messed up, dude. In English, calling somebody a Terry is funny. Yeah, it's not like they colonize like the rest of society. What? This one sounds silly. Am I overreacting for refusing to let my mother-in-law babysit after she joked about putting cereal in my newborn's bottle? Our baby is 7 weeks old, and my mother-in-law in her 60s is super involved and has been pushing to babysit. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Sorry, Sora was playing catch with me, and he like knocked over my whole mouse while I was holding the mouse. That's how much force he had. I'm sorry if I just jump scared you guys. All right, so my mother-in-law in her 60s is super involved and has been pushing to babysit. I'd let her visit often, but I've been very hesitant to leave the baby alone with her. Here's why. During one visit, she joked about putting rice cereal in bottles to help babies sleep and said, maybe I'll try that when you're not looking. Whoa, that's a weird joke to say. I thought she was kidding. I nervously laughed and said, please don't ever do that. She shrugged and said, oh, don't be so uptight. I raised 3 kids and they turned out fine. After that, I told my husband I don't feel comfortable leaving the baby with her. He agreed. But my mom's found out somehow, and now she's furious. She says that I'm being overprotective and punishing her for just making a joke. I feel like anyone has the right to be around their kid at any time. So you can always supervise your kid. That's fine, right? Like, it's not like your mom can't see her anymore, or him, but you just got to be there. Now the family is saying I'm gatekeeping the baby and being cold. No, you're just being a mother. If being a mother is gatekeeping, then gatekeep at all costs. But I don't think it's funny to joke about doing something that could actually harm a newborn. So am I being too rigid? I mean, like when they're older, it might be okay, but like right now, it is okay to completely gatekeep your kid. What? It's your baby. Not overreacting, and it wasn't a joke. When you are confronted by family, just say it wasn't a joke. I asked her to confirm, and she said that the kids turned out fine, so she will do it if we were left alone and with my baby. That's not okay for me, and if you think it is, then you're off the babysitting list too. I won't have others trying to parent my child or do things I've said. No, it's not that hard to respect another person. This is not a negotiation. Yeah, it's not her kid. It's your kid, and you're her kid. You could also be like, Mom, you effed me up, buddy. All right, so I can tell you firsthand, this rice method of yours, it ain't working. It ain't working. Let's read what else is people overreacting about. What? My new boyfriend wants to replace all of my bras, underwear, and lingerie. What in the... Why? Why would he want to do this? I need advice on this ASAP. I'm 18 and my boyfriend is 19. God, you guys are young. And we recently just got into this relationship together. He says this to me today, and I'm not sure what to think. Is this a red flag, and should I run, or am I overreacting? The lingerie part I sort of understand, but bras and underwear, question mark. All right. So he sends a message. I know this might sound strange, but I want you to get rid of any underwear, bra, or any form of lingerie you have. That already, I'd be like, no. What? Like, if a girl told me what to do with my clothes, it has nothing to do with about like the piece of clothing or anything. It's them having control over me. I would be like, no, and just leave, to get out of my life. Well, why would I want to be with someone that's controlling my clothes when I can just be with someone that's also great that doesn't control my clothes? And then he continues and messages again and says, I hate the idea that other guys have seen you and use you in them. It bothers me a lot. You know, first off, if this guy is that insecure that someone has seen a piece of clothes, in theory, you would have to get rid of your whole closet then. You'd have to get rid of your face, because other guys have seen it. What's his answer to that? What's his rebuttal? Is he going to get rid of everything he owns because girls have seen him? Like, what in the world? What kind of next level insecurity is this? Bro has like God tier levels of insecurity. I hate the idea that other guys have seen you and used you in them. And used you in them is such a poor choice of words. That's disgusting. It bothers me, brother. It bothers me that you're using "used you" in them. Is he gonna buy you a whole new wardrobe? All right. Anyways, she responds, "Wait, I can't tell if this is a joke." Yeah, I can't either. You want me to throw away my whole drawer? Between my lingerie sets and bras and panties, I think I have at least 1,000. I'm assuming it worth. No joke. And he goes, "I know it sounds intense, but I want you and us to start totally fresh, brother." I don't know who's gonna tell him, but there's this thing called a washer and dryer that makes things very fresh. He might not wash his clothes, and they might be soiled after every person he meets, and that's disgusting. So in that sense, yeah, totally. But there's this thing. I know it's weird to think about, but in some places there's a washer and dryer. You can even hand wash, and it makes things totally fresh. Yeah, this guy is fucking delusional. She goes, "It's clothing. It doesn't hold any meaning like that to me. Plus, I like my bra set and I have loads of different designs." Yeah, dude, you need to run. Get out. Because the fact that he's trying to be controlling of this is just, this is the start of a relationship, let alone imagine what it will become later on. He continues and responds and says, "I can take you shopping and you can replace them and get new. I'll pay for everything." Bro is not that loaded. There is no way a 19-year-old can replace a woman's. Do you know how expensive bras are? I found out how expensive bras are from when, well, I always kind of knew, but like when Drake did that whole thing where like girls were like throwing him big bras during his concert. Or was it Drake? Well, Drake definitely was doing it, but Young Gravy was doing it too, and I think he was donating the bras. Dude, bras are a lot of money, especially like the bougie ones, you know? He could not at age 19. There's no way you can replace all her bras, let alone all the rest of her wardrobe. And then she sends sad face, like slanted sad face. He goes, "Come on, dude, what? Let him buy you the new ones and then leave him." I love that. That's what you should do. Edit, as other comments have said, this is actually not a great idea. While funny in theory, you don't want "you owe me this" looming over you forever. Yeah, it's obviously a joke. Don't listen to them. Let them. Oh man, yeah, it's a joke. Calm down. This is the reddest flag I've ever seen. Be glad he showed you his cards early, and good luck leaving him. Stay strong, because I already know how he's gonna react. Don't let him dismiss this. Yeah, I agree. Don't let him play like this was just a joke after too. It's obviously not a joke. He went this deep. It was like, "and you use you in them" comment that made me verbally say ick. Yeah. OP, this ass hat sees you as an object. Take a large red flag and run. Yeah. That is really bad. Holy crap. No wonder it has 40,000 upvotes. I'm going to upvote that one too. That was a crazy one. I cannot read you guys this next one, so I'm going to save it for the Patreon folks. That one's title is pretty intense. Let's move on. Oh, and by the way, for those of you guys that want Patreon exclusive content every single day, it's like $7.50, and God, it's been over like 40 videos already, and every day I upload another 5 to 20 some episodes are 20 of extra content on the Patreon. First link in the description box. Just as it's a little shameless plug if you guys want to check it out. If not, it's completely fine. All right, this one I have to blur just because of one word. I know YouTube sucks. Am I overreacting? I'm gonna blur this one part, and then after it, I can unblur. Okay. So the guy in this says, so is this food you made yesterday some sort of get back at me? Did you taste this crap? Oh my God, dude, you sound so ungrateful. And then she says, what? And he goes, it's the one thing to not want to cuddle with me. I can manage that. With that weird, okay. And then she goes, you didn't like the rice? And then he goes, but you will be cooking proper food here if you want to stay married. No way did he say that. Or hear me out. You can learn how to be a man and cook for yourself, buddy. If a woman cooks for you, that's fucking awesome. Don't get me wrong. But as a capable adult, like a human being adult, right? Whether you're a girl or a guy, I don't care who you are. You should learn how to cook, period. You should be self-sustainable, sufficient, and be able to be independent enough to cook for yourself, buddy. Wow, that is an insane statement of him to say, you will be cooking proper food if you want to stay married. I would argue that the not cuddling thing is more important than the proper food. Most of the relationships I've been in, I'm the one that cooks. This is crazy to me. And then he replies to her, the you didn't like the rice part, said, did you taste it? And then she goes, yes, and I liked it. And he goes, that shit is tasteless. And then she goes, wow, okay. And then I think from here on out, I can unblur. When you get home, so he says after that, when you get home, I'm going to take the car to go get something to eat. Okay, I'm assuming they share a car. When I get back tonight, there better be some type of food in the fridge for me to eat tomorrow. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't know why. I'm just imagining like some like Christian, like pent up loser. I know I don't mean to bash on Christianity. It has nothing to do with religion. I just know that there are some like hardcore Christians that are so traditionalists that this like actually matters to them. And then she goes, oh no, you can Uber. I've done a lot for you and I feel like you've taken me for granted. I'm done doing things for you. I'm done. Hell yeah. Good. This has a happy ending after all, dude. That's crazy. I can't believe this. Let's read the context. 3 days ago, my 25-year-old husband, she's 25 and her husband's 24, said something rude to me. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he's acting like a fucking 24-year-old. Said something rude to me and I've been trying to avoid him and stay calm. When I came home from work after working a 12-hour shift, I cooked rice and beans and then went to bed to work another 12-hour shift the next day. The fact that you even cooked for him, man, boy, he should be cooking for you. You worked 12-hour shift. He texted me during work and sent me this. When I got home, things escalated and he packed everything and left. Am I overreacting? Why go to this extreme and leave over some food? Yeah. I think it's a lot of things pent up, but the fact that the one thing that triggered him was the food is just so fucking funny. Yeah, F this guy. Someone responds and says, as someone who was previously married to an abuser, you need to run. This will only escalate to more idiotic fights with divorce being thrown out as an option after every fight. What happens if you have kids? This behavior will escalate and his expectations of you will also escalate to something you can't meet. I work, but also do a majority of the cooking in my home. Yes, there has been meals that I have been a fail, but my husband has never threatened divorce because what I cooked was a fail. He politely tells me that it didn't taste good and let's not make it again. Damn, he's even better than me. Like, blow more blood. I would lie, dude. I don't know if I would lie, but I'd be like, not my favorite. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. And then I would just cook every other day because I know I'm not trying to flex, but I can cook, bro. Like, low key, it's hard for me to let a girl cook sometimes just because, and it has nothing to do with them being a girl. It's hard for me to let anyone cook, like even my homies, because I know I can cook. There's a select few of homies that I've had in my life, and a few women that I know can cook better than me. And I'll be like, you know what, GG, you definitely can cook. And in those cookouts, when I have my friends, those specific friends, I let them control. I let them man the grill. But if I'm the baseline and like, I'm going to cook, Also, cooking is like a love language. It's also a love language of mine. If I cook for you, it's like, oh, dude, I fucked with you. My kids are the same. Politely say they didn't like it and asked for it not to be made again. Wow, that's crazy. Your kids are that blunt. Leaving you over beans and rice is so juvenile. Makes me wonder what else he would leave you over. Yeah, he's a fucking child. All right, this one's interesting. It's a recent one. Am I overreacting? Married for 2 years, thinking about divorce because of the past I just found out about. Because of her past. Okay. Depends on what the past is. Would have to be pretty extreme to end the marriage over. But I know people do things that they are not proud of. I honestly feel like a joke, like the joke of our whole friend group now. And I can never see myself facing any of them ever again. Last weekend, we went to a house party at our mutual friend's new house, lake house. Food was great. Drinks were flowing. Her oldest friend, we will call Danny, was there with her husband. Oh, with his husband. Sorry. Gay friends. Gay male best friend, which I have never had a problem with. Okay, so her gay best friend. Started talking about how different couples meet and started their relationships. When I met my wife, she had a rule about not sleeping with anyone until she knew them for at least a year. I respected that, believing she was absolutely worth it. Thanks to good old Danny finding out, or wait, hold up. Thanks to good old Danny found out I was the only guy that rule applied to, because before she met me, she hooked up all the time. She said that he was worried. He said he was worried about her self-destructive, that tool that you can use as a shovel, but it's the other phrase, that being bad enough, then he added the cherry on top. That being bad enough, then he added the cherry on top that she has cuddled with him while dating me just to get her needs taken care of, nothing more. What? I thought he was gay. I'm confused. Asked her if this is true, and then she cried, and I said that I can explain. At that point, I just left her at the friend's lake house, went home, packed my travel bags, and got in my car and drove east. Staying in a nice extended stay hotel in a nice little town, went to Walmart, got a fishing license and some cheap fishing gear. I think I should cut my losses and get a lawyer maybe on Monday. Am I overreacting or am I justified? Man, that sucks. God, I think you are not overreacting. That's like, at first I was like, okay, if you were the first one she applied this to, that's fine. I'll kind of look past that. Maybe she was really looking for a new turn in her life, but the fact that she had cuddled with another man while dating you just to have her needs meet, that's an ultra supreme red flag. I think somebody said it right. It's not overreacting. It's not problematic that she started a new rule for herself, that she wouldn't, cuddle with a new partner until the year mark. The problem is that she broke her rule just to, cheat on you. I would cut my losses before you to end up with kids, and it is much more difficult and heartbreaking to leave. Yeah, I agree. That's crazy. This is crazy. We got an update on. He said he was out with his mother and could not text me, and then sent me a picture of him driving home at 1 a.m., except the picture was taken at 6:30 p.m. The watch on his wrist gave it away. I confronted him about a picture and asked him what was wrong with it. He simply replied, I'm aware it's the time, and then told me that he did it because he assumed I'd get mad that he was out with his friends so late last night. Even then, you lied, buddy. Even if that's the truth, you still lied. To convince me further, he handed me his phone and said I could go through it if I didn't trust him. I asked him where he actually was last night, and he told me that his location's on maps, saying it was about 2 hours from this place. But something didn't sit right with me. What he was saying just didn't add up. So I checked my maps history myself, or his maps history. That's when I found out that he had been to several other places that night, one of them being a girl's apartment. Whoa, I know who she is. They were close a year ago, but had apparently stopped talking. I still occasionally talk to her since we work in the same office and text now and then. In fact, just the day before, she had mentioned that she was moving to a new place and the address matched up to what I saw in his maps. Holy crap, what? The history also showed that he searched for a restaurant, a liquor store, and then her new address. Dude, wow, way to go, Apple Maps, to out him. Hell yeah. When I asked him about it, he first denied everything and then claimed that he never went there. Later, he admitted that a mutual friend told him that she moved there and he was just curious. Come on, dude. At this point, like, why even lie? You got caught red-handed and wanted to check where it was. He swore that he never actually went in there. Yeah, right. Even that, even if you didn't go in there, that's still fucking weird. You just stalked this random girl. Like, what? Then he told me he did call her and chatted for a bit, but deleted the calls because he thought I'd get upset if I saw them. Bro is making up any lie possible. He's just fucking rambling at now. He keeps trying to reassure me that nothing's happened and he loves me and no one else. And while part of me desperately wants to believe him, the other part of me can't ignore how little of this story makes sense. I deeply love this man to the point where I feel anxious if I don't see him even a day. And I'm starting to feel like I can't stay in this relationship anymore. I just don't know how to let it go or how to detach from someone who still means the world to me, even after all this. And this is the original picture. And then let's look at the clock. Yep, 6. Ha! Got him. What a turd, Meister. First off, I want to say this. Your instincts are not wrong, and you are absolutely not overreacting. You're not too sensitive, too emotional, or too attached. You're a person trying to love and trust someone who is giving you very real reasons to question everything, and that's not fair to you. Let's just call it for what it is. Your boyfriend lied more than once. Yeah, that's the main thing. Even regardless of what he did or not, he lied. He withheld information, gave you half-truths, and then minimized what he did, and then he only came clean in bits after you confronted him with proof. That's not transparency. That's someone trying to manage damage, not take accountability. Offering you his phone after already deleting evidence isn't a sign of trust. It's manipulation designed to make you second-guess your gut. And let's not ignore the fact that he was at another woman's house that night. Searched for places to hang out and then erased his trails. And that's not how someone who has nothing to hide behaves. None of these actions are okay in a committed relationship. It's not just about where he went or who he saw. It's about the lying, the secrecy, and the emotional weight he's now placing on you to figure out what's real. And the hardest part, you still love him. That doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. We don't just love in the light switch. Love like turn off love like it's like a light switch, even when someone hurts us. But love isn't just a feeling. It's about safety, respect, truth, and trust. And right now, those are the things that are missing. Yeah, I couldn't have said it any better. This is a pretty elaborate way to put how I feel towards this. I mean, yeah, dude, he lied. That's it. Move on. I'm just playing. It's easier than that. I mean, dude, that sucks. I feel bad for them because, like, you know, especially if you really love somebody and they did something that's just an ultra mega betrayal like that. Yep. On that note, it is 12:30 at night and I have work in the morning, so I got to cut it off here. And for the Patreon folks, you guys are going to see me in a different outfit because we are going to continue Am I Overreacting, but I'm actually going to film it tomorrow. Anyways, love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. All the Patreon folks, I'll see you guys there. And yeah, if I don't see you there, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. And also, this is something fun. I'm going to New York. Actually, this is going to be airing while I'm in New York, and I am going to be filming very miniature vlogs. Probably going to be like, I don't know, like 8 to 12 minute vlogs of each day that I'm in New York with my family. It's going to be more for a video diary, but I'm going to be uploading them in tandem with these Reddit videos. Don't worry, Reddit videos are going to be daily still. I just feel like I wanted to upload vlogs while I'm doing this just because, I don't know, I just want to have it documented. But yeah. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.